I go with you.
Welcome everybody to the Empower Hour, the most important hour of your week, most important hour of your Monday. Thank you so much everybody for coming on. We're excited to have each and every one of you. We have an awesome plan tonight. We're going to be doing ministry breakouts. So to kick us off, we're going to start with a prayer. And I see an awesome brother. His name's Hideaki Nagayama. If you could unmute and offer a prayer for us, please.
All right. Please join me in prayer. Our dearest, most beloved Heavenly Parent and our true parents have the team in kind. Good evening, afternoon. I'd say we're so grateful to come all together right here, right now, into this Empower Hour. And at this moment, we're so grateful and like to prepare our hearts to start this Empower Hour. Receive your grace and your love that we're about to begin this Empower Hour for tonight. And it's going to be amazing, amazing day. Knowing that to really receive and also share, give God's love throughout our experiences and through our true parents and our Heavenly Parent. And I'd like to say thank you so much. We'd like to get this Empower night going with a joyful heart. I'd like to pray this offer to you in my name, Nagayama's family, and I'm here, Aju.
Aju. Amen. Thanks, Hideaki. Like being put on the spot like that. I love it. Thank you, everybody, for coming on again. And tonight, for the Ministry Empower Hour, what we'll need you to do is, if you are part of a ministry, so if you're part of children's ministry, youth ministry, young tribe, which is all the young adults. So if you're on GPA, you fall under there, young tribe. Can you please change your name to include YT, children's ministry is CM, or youth ministry YM onto it, and then also CARP. So if you're part of CARP, change your name so that we can identify you. We're going to do breakouts, so it's important to change your name now if you can. I see some people with Subregion 1. Shift that and change it to either YT, CARP, YM, or CM, depending on your ministry. Thank you, guys. So I'm going to pass this over to Jinny to lead us in Hindake for tonight.
Thanks, Joshua. Hang on 1 second. Okay, can everyone see this?
Yep.
I
can.
Thanks, Victor. All right, good to see everyone. Thanks for joining tonight. So today's Hindake is a little bit of a throwback. We're going back now 2 months. Because there's just so much amazing victory in the 2020 summit that we keep going back to Mother's words from that time. And so tonight we're going to read True Mother's prayer that she shared at the blessing at that World Summit 2020. And it's a little special because we have many people on this call who were there at that event and received the blessing, including our amazing host tonight, Joshua Holmes. So these are, you can keep that in mind, these are True Mother's words over Joshua and all the other couples. All right. Thank you, our beloved Heavenly Parent. As we start the 8th year of Jinil Guk, today in this venue, virtuous men and women have participated in the marriage blessing and registered themselves as Chunbo families. And the unificationist families here are also representing people in the spirit world. On this remarkable day, especially after the proclamation of the settlement of Jinil Guk, True Parents' 4-position foundation have been established on earth and in the spirit world. And as the 3 generations achieve the 4-position foundation, they substantially realize a bright future for Jinil Guk. How long our Heavenly Parent has had to wait to be able to share this revelation of the blessing with the world. True parents feel almost overwhelmed in front of your sincere and intense effort, carried out with so much love. Our most beloved Heavenly Parent, now the number of Chonoguk citizens who you can unconditionally embrace is expanding. Our Heavenly Parent, through those who have participated in the marriage blessing today, please express all the love that historically you have not been able to express. Please be proud of these unificationist families that have registered as Chunbo citizens. Please receive with joy these new Chunbo citizens of Chonoguk. True parents give all glory and gratitude to God. Thank you for your great love and your protection culminating in today's wonderful event. I pray and proclaim all of these things in the name of true parents. Aju.
True.
Yes, this is a beautiful prayer that Mother shared. It's amazing, right? Mother's words here. And this is at a really, this is the last event of the entire World Summit, this week-long conference of just amazing impact. And Mother, she tied up the bow, she wrapped it up with this blessing ceremony. And like she said, this is something that God has wanted to share to humankind for all of history. And when I was reflecting on these words in this prayer, I just feel like this prayer is, to me, it almost feels representative of like kind of placing the stamp on the victory and really launching us into this next 7-year course. So we're a part of a really exciting moment in history. We're at the beginning of this new 7-year course towards 2027. Your mother talks about the 3 generations here. I think this blessing was really significant because 2 of her grandchildren were blessed, and they really represent the future of inheriting True Mother's heart and True Mother's hope. And also, I think us as the younger generation are really side by side with True Mother's grandsons. Even some of us were there literally side by side with them at this moment. And so anyways, I'm just excited to be here with all of you. I'm excited that we can be working together side by side at this time that we're in history. Thank you, True Mother. And I'm going to share a few announcements. So first of all, I know probably like 70% of the people in this call maybe are GPA members. I'm sure you guys heard, but this Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have a national GPA promotion. First time it's ever been done like this, and we're inviting all our brothers and sisters, especially our high school seniors, any college students who are 21 years or under, and anyone who really feels that calling to grow their life of faith, to take a leap in their relationship with God and true parents. And maybe if you're a grad or a GPA alumni, maybe somebody who you want to invite to be a part of this call. So you can sign up to join at yam.familyside.org/online. Next announcement is YSP Manhattan or YSP New York is hosting a peace seminar on Zoom. And this is a chance to go through the YSP peace perspective. And it's a really powerful way to connect with True Mother's hope for youth to really be the leaders of building a peaceful world. So if you have more information, or if you want more information, you can email Stephanie at this email address here, sdiaz@unification.org. And our final announcement, which I'm just going to mention briefly, and Joshua will explain more, but we're going to have an HJ Promise night on Tuesday, April 21st. So
Can I just slide in there, Jinny?
Yeah.
With the thank you, Jinny. Woo! Thank you always for putting together the Hindake and sharing these announcements. I wanted to announce about this special event that's going to be occurring on April 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern. And this is the launch, official launch. We've had some soft launches for the Hyojung Promise as a tool and as a movement for activating young unificationists in tribal messiahship activity as young people. And then so essentially what that means is we've created content, we've created a way and a method for, as young unificationists, for us to give and share true parents' teachings with those that haven't heard it before. So this is tribal messiahship, right? It's witnessing to some degree. And this is kind of your way as a young person to start building your tribe for the future. And as we start heading as a group together towards the blessing and towards our future marriages and families. And so we created this, and this event will be covering the essential principles of Hyojung. It's a little bit of a heavy emphasis on the education side. And you'll understand that when you get when we dive more into it on this night. But the point is that we can't give something to someone that we haven't understood and made a commitment to ourselves. So that night is all about you making that personal commitment and then engaging with that content so that you can be someone who can share that with others moving forward. This is one of the key initiatives that Young Tribe under YAYAM is going to be headed into. It's for youth and young adult. It's just a way to introduce people to the divine principle and to further study. It's a gateway in. It's one of the gateways in. You also have CARP doing campus ministry or divine principle study. This is just another way. It's divine principle shared in this way. So if you're interested or you want to bring a friend, it's open to everyone and anyone. And especially it's for those people that are interested in becoming those that are activated in sharing the Hyojung Promise with others. So that'll be on the 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern. And that'll all be on the YAYAM Online page, and we'll post it on the Young Tribe Facebook page. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jenny, one more time. I want to remind everyone, if you haven't, or if you just entered, please change your name to include what ministry you are a part of. If you're youth ministry, it's YM. Children's ministry, it's CM. If you're Young Tribe, it's YT. And if you're CARP, you can put CARP in front. And yes, to answer the question, you can bring guests. Anyone can join. It's open to all. But the emphasis is on all those on those who want to be activated in this, of course. So please change your name. And so, if you're not sure which ministry you're a part of, just do YT. All right, thank you, everybody. We're excited tonight because we're going to be showcasing youth ministry. And particularly, we have a brother who is a jack of so many spiritual and physical traits and trades. He's a music producer. He writes his own music. He raps. He's also the youth ministry leader for the Minnesota Family Church. If you could help me with welcoming up for a testimony about his experience recently, Manny Muyongo. Woo!
Yeah.
That's my brother. Manny, you're muted.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? All right. Thank you, Josh. I will try to keep this short. So I'll be talking about Ilshim, but before Ilshim, I would like to start with thanking Reverend Dunkley in particular and Kayleigh. Kayleigh for being just super real all the time and being super relatable for all us youth ministry leaders. Last September, there was the summit, and Reverend Dunkley spoke about True Mother and the Providence. And for me, that was the first time I really connected to Providence in my life, I guess you could say. After that summit, life got pretty hard for me. And it got so hard, and it was like the first time in my life that I really turned to faith. I started reading more, I started praying more. And then the opportunity came for Winter Workshop last year. Winter Workshop, I'd like to give a thanks to Yesun from Bridgeport for suggesting to do Hundake for the condition before Winter Workshop. we had like a 21-day condition. We were just supposed to pray, but she also suggested Hundike. And I'm really grateful that she did, because that changed how I viewed God and true parents in my life. That one condition really just changed everything for me. So winter workshop came and it was great. We definitely cultivated a heart for the kids that we received. They were high schoolers. I love them all. And I mentioned winter workshop because winter workshop really set my heart up for 2020 this year. Me and Yeson really developed a heart that I wanted to keep for our kids here in our community in Minnesota. And so, yeah, this year it's been really fun actually being the youth pastor, a lot more fun than before. And youth groups have been more lit this year. And I'm proud to say that I've kept that heart that I developed in a workshop for our kids. And now I'm more motivated than ever to give what I learned about true parents to our kids here. And especially with the Ilshim content, because that content is very vital for our youth in the movement. So yeah, going to like Ilshim, before the quarantine happened, we were like kind of like things were supposed to get worse, and they were starting to make like stay-at-home orders and stuff. They were like formulating them, and so we were like, okay, let's do like a pros and cons list to why we should do Ilshim or why we shouldn't do Ilshim. Eventually, it like boiled down to a couple of the kids wanted or were planning on going to GAP. So before they in the fall. So before they go, we wanted to make sure that we got them the Ilshim content and we got them their Ilshim rings before they went. That's ultimately what it came down to. We prepared the first session to be in person, but the pastor said we should just do everything online. And I, at first I was kind of sad about that. I really wanted to do it all in person. But the way that my pastor said it, Pastor Ha, he said it in a more positive way. And the fact that he just said it in a positive way really changed my attitude towards it. So I became a lot more positive with actually doing it online. And I'm really glad that he said it in a positive way. We have 3 kids who are doing Ilshim right now. And before it got bad with the coronavirus, I bought 3 penny boards for them as a way for them to kind of do something physical while they're gaining spiritual food with Ilshim. And I felt like it would be like a good, fun experience for them to look back on and help them bond through this experience. So the plan was like after Ilshim on Sunday, they would get on their penny boards and just practice and, get better every Sunday. But we can't do that anymore. But anyways, I bought penny boards for them, and then we also bought materials for them to, keep like their journals and stuff like that. And we bought it all thinking that we were gonna go to the first session in person. But we had to stay home that week. That was when the quarantine was like for real. So then we decided to make something called the Youth Ministry Express. We all of us youth leaders got in my car and we drove to all the kids' houses and dropped off their penny boards and their materials. And then we called it the Youth Ministry Express just to, make it light and fun. So yeah, every week we do Ilshim, every session. It's interesting because I feel like they still gain a lot. They really gain a lot, and a lot more than I guess I thought that they would. And every single week it's getting better, and we're getting better as well. So for me, I'm also gaining a lot, and I also plan to get a ring with them since I lost mine way back in the day. And yeah, I mean, that also because I feel like I'm gaining a lot from this experience teaching or like giving it. I feel like I'm really gaining a lot as well. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Manny.
Ew.
Ew.
Love the youth. Yeah, thank you, Manny. We love the Youth Ministry Express idea and still not being bogged down by the situation, but turning something really beautiful into it. So thank you. Thank you for sharing your heart tonight. All right, so we're gonna, on that beautiful note of care and of love from our brother Manny, we're gonna split off now into our ministries. So you're gonna receive a notification to join your breakout session, and from your breakout session, you'll have time with the various ministries and engage further from that point. If you're a young tribe, you're not gonna get a breakout. You're just gonna stay here. So if you're YT in front of your name, or if you don't know which ministry you are, so you're YT, then don't go to a breakout. You're just staying here. We're going to use this main room. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your time. We'll see you next week, but enjoy your time with your breakout.